Now let's check in with Mountain TV's Eric Abelos to see what's happening in Steamboat Springs.
Good morning, Eric. What's happening in Steamboat this week?
Kelly, it is another beautiful week here in Steamboat Springs. It is spring conditions. I'm wearing my jacket, but I probably don't even need to. Throughout the week, we are going to be getting into the late 50s, one day even breaching the 60-degree weather. Sunny, blue skies all week. This is the week to come on out here. With the mountain closing April 11th, you only have a couple more weeks anyway, so come on out here.
Besides skiing, what else is going on in Steamboat this week?
So there's always a lot of things going on here in Steamboat, especially that, COVID is getting a little bit, it's going in the right direction. And so, cases are going down. We're in yellow. We're able to sit at 50% capacity. Events are starting to be able to play live music at 50% capacity. And we have an abundance of those opportunities. Every week at Schmiggety's, Monday, Tyler Crane plays. Thursday, Pat Waters does a solo looping gig, which is just fantastic. If you haven't seen him do that, go down there, check that out every Thursday. Friday and Saturday night, they try to bring in a bigger name band. So definitely go down there and check that out. You have to get your tickets well in advance because, like I said, we are still at a 50% capacity for those events, and they are awesome and sold out every time. Callie, also, every Wednesday, this is a must. McKnight's Irish Pub, they do a bingo night, and it is so much fun. It is not your grandma's bingo. This gets a little bit rowdy. It's always a really, really good time. That's every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Right after that is when you're going to want to head over to the Steamboat Whiskey Company. You've heard them. You love them. You love their Warrior whiskey. But one thing that they do that is very unique that I haven't heard of before they showed it to me is the adult spelling bee. This is not going to be a family-friendly spelling bee. There's going to be words that are spelled that you're not going to want to bring your children to. But that's just some of the fun things that we have going on here in Steamboat.
And tell me about the current COVID situation in Routt County.
Yeah, so I kind of touched on that a little bit, but things are definitely heading in the right direction, and it feels like it. When you're walking around, people are still wearing masks. We're still getting sat at 50% capacity. However, there's this overwhelming sense of like a sigh of relief almost. I mean, we're not quite there. We still have to take our precautions. We still have to stay 6 feet apart, wear our masks. But with over 30% of eligible patients being vaccinated now here in Routt County, there's just this overwhelming sense that we're headed in the right direction. 30% is still low. It's not 50 or 80%, but it feels like we are moving in the right direction for sure. So I'm very hopeful that we'll be seeing those events come back and more of those events come back. But some of the things that you will be able to do still, like in June, the Strawberry Park Hot Springs, they're going to be opening back up their tent camping. So they have those cabooses that you can rent and stay in overnight. Those get booked out like 3 months in advance, but they are bringing back tent camping for the month of June. We'll see what that looks like, and then hopefully July and August they bring that back for those months as well. Also, the Hot Air Balloon Festival will be going on this summer as well. Again, same precautions. You will need to be standing 6 feet apart. You're going to have to wear your mask, but there's going to be a public viewing place that you can go and stand and watch the event still take place. So a little bit of feeling of normalcy. We're not there, but it's a feeling of it.
Well, thank you so much for the update this week, Eric.
Callie, thank you so much for having me.
Joining us this morning on Mountain Mornings is Marin Franchotzi. She's the communications manager for Steamboat Ski Resort. Good morning, Marin.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So tell me about the redevelopment of Gondola Square.
Yeah, we are so excited to announce this project. It is the biggest redevelopment and biggest announcement we've had in a really long time. And I think the biggest things that are going to be noticed by our guests is the arrival experience at the resort is going to be completely reimagined. So when you get to the Gondola Square Transit Center, you're going to come down a escalator down into Gondola Square, and the cumbersome stairs and buildings in the way are going to be eliminated that are there right now. So that is what's really exciting for us to announce. This is, of course, part of a 3-year project. So we will be breaking ground on this after we close in April. And one of the biggest differences people will notice in Gondola Square itself is that the gondola building will be going away. So the gondola terminal is moving from its existing location out onto the currently where the snow is, and it'll just go up the mountain from about the second tower there. In its place, we have not finalized all the details yet, but things like more communal gathering places, fire pits, outdoor spaces to sit are in the works.
Yeah, tell me some of the amenities that will be added in the area.
So we have not confirmed anything for sure yet, but we know there is the potential for an ice rink. The escalator will be happening, so that level from the transit center coming down into the square, there will be an escalator coming down, so we know that. And then we're looking at a lot of different retail and restaurant options that'll be owned by a combination of businesses in the area and as well as Steamboat Resort. There's also the potential for additional lodging to be added in the area. We just haven't nailed down where exactly those spaces will be.
And when do you expect work to begin on the project?
So we will be breaking ground in April after we close. And then the work will take place over 3 years. So it's a long-term project.
And when do you expect to have a better idea about more of the amenities and what we can expect from the project?
Yeah, we don't have a set timeline. I think the biggest move this summer and the biggest piece of the construction will be the gondola building coming down and the gondola move out onto the snow.
Well, it sounds really exciting, some fun things planned, and we can't wait to come and see it once it's all finished. Thank you so much, Marin, for joining us this morning on Mountain Mornings.
Thank you.
Mountain Mornings will be right back